Shane was having an afternoon with the chimps.
You know, it would be better conversation with chimps than you guys.
This is why it takes so fucking long.
Been here for an hour.
Nearly.
I'm always so optimistic. Like, yeah, we'll fucking get there. We'll just get into it.
We'll just get into it. 15 minutes later.
Alright.
All right. Well, that's rolling.
I feel like a news presenter with this.
Yeah.
This is
Good
the
evening.
well, this is the
You're
documents we've
watching
been
Shane
talking
and the
about for
Chimps
so long.
in the evening. Today on Shane and the Chimps in the evening, I'll be reading the entire podcast like a news reporter.
Shane, welcome to Hobby Homies. Carry on.
We now cross live to Churchy by the laptop. Yeah, okay, guys, the weather's looking pretty good today. Slight chance of chimpanzees in and around the studio. Now, it does also seem to be a big fuck-off cloud of fuckhead Jews rolling in.
Yes, business, yes. Business.
Just in, I'm getting reports of fits of love.
I will kill both of you guys. Hello and welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. My name is Shane. As always, I'm here with Fox.
What's up? I forgot we were. There's also an audio medium we
Yes,
use, so
yeah,
I'll greet you. But also, we're also on YouTube,
Yep,
and I
Yep.
thumbsed up the YouTubians.
they saw it. Hopefully
Okay.
they thumbs up the video.
Yeah, or just me.
Or you.
Just do it back to your screen.
Click the button.
Or click the button.
And subscribe.
Give us a virtual. Did you say unsubscribe?
No, and subscribe.
Oh, okay. I was like, that is a
We can't
brave
lose-
marketing approach.
You can't lose any more subscribers, dude.
Anymore. We're hemorrhaging subs.
Today is episode 6 of season 3. And we're talking Genestealer cults.
We are. We are talking Genestealer cults.
Like, where are you going?
Nowhere. Like the Genestealer cult, I'm
outta
returning below here. And I believe this is a deep dive.
Well, I mean, it's not as deep as, let's say, D&D deep dive.
Okay.
This is probably this is a snorkel, you know, just in the reef. This isn't like, you're not worried about the bends. What the fuck?
So how deep is the deep dive? I'm going to need to know.
They'll do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll
that's
do it.
about the right depth.
Yep, yep.
How wet are we going to get?
Oh, we're going to get so wet.
Okay, well then you're going to need these.
Okay, thanks. Oh, pink too?
Yeah, your favorite color.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's like your birthday. Beware, they're tight.
You haven't even adjusted the straps.
I was still inside the packaging. How would he even touch it?
Wow, I didn't know they were in the packaging. Fuck, how do you
Open
even...
the packaging.
No, he's on it.
Yeah, I couldn't work out how to adjust them. They're for ages 2 and up, and I couldn't figure it out.
No way I'll get them on my fucking big head.
So for those of you not on the YouTubes, I'm wearing goggles. And I've given Shane a pair of pink goggles, which I'm very curious to see if they fit around his head. He's
not
given up.
gonna.
He's given up.
See if you can get them on like the top of the hat.
I'll work on
Maybe,
adjusting these.
You work on adjusting them. I'll
Carry on. Please don't let me disturb you.
Okay, yeah. So today, as you said, we're doing a bit of a deep dive. Not as deep as some others, but there's a bit of information here that we'll get stuck into.
And that's the... Please excuse me. And that's the goal of these deep dives, is that we just really pick one topic It could be something like Dungeons and
Are you
Dragons.
serious? Who has fucking goggles on, dude?
It could be something like Dungeons and Dragons. The game itself, which you did a 2-part deep dive on, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
Straps on the side make it so much better.
What's that?
It actually looks like he's gonna cut his ears off with it. I see blood.
It's hurting a lot, but it's worth it. And 40k lore being one of them. We did a deep dive on Necrons.
Oh yeah.
And so this
we
is
did
another
too.
faction, Genestealer cults.
Genestealer cults, as most people know, my army for the GTO.
Ah, yes. See, these are impossible. The Geelong Town Open is a tournament we're attending soon, where you're playing the Genestealer cults.
Yeah.
And now we're going to give some people information on the background, the lore, the history. What
Okay.
kind of stuff you got in store for us?
Well, I'm just gonna. I can't keep looking at you because I can't take you seriously right now.
I like the idea that before this moment, you could take me seriously.
What was I thinking? Yeah.
They'll be off soon because I'm getting a massive headache.
Your top half of your head is going red, and the bottom half is
It's white. It feels like that. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
maybe I'll work on adjusting mine.
Those rings around your eyes.
Like a raccoon, like a tired raccoon, like a damaged raccoon.
Yep.
Oh,
Did you actually spend money on this bit?
this isn't a bit, Jane.
It's
I'm
a
worried
bit.
about the deep dive. Yeah, they were $3 per goggle.
Well, lucky commitment. You saw them. I can only guess either in a Kmart or a service station, and you're like, "I'm fucking doing this."
No, worse. It's more thought out than that.
You went to a pool shop.
It's much more thought out than that.
In fact, I ran it by Churchy. I was like, Churchy, I'm thinking about putting some goggles on at the start of the episode.
Some goggles are like, no, you should totally buy some. It's totally worth it.
I was like, well, that's all the validation I need.
So on your lunch break today, you went from work to the centre of town to a pool shop to buy goggles for
Even
kids.
walking
I went to Woolies.
Okay, well,
I was already getting beers, so I thought, maybe they'll have some goggles. Who knew?
True.
$3 goggles.
they have goggles.
But this episode isn't about goggles.
No. Not that people would believe that,
Ever.
because that's the word we've said about 15 times this episode, which I never thought we would have said on this episode, or any episode anyway.
But alas,
Here we are.
goggles.
Goggles. Fuck no, Churchy. I don't know why you guys take beers from the bottom of the pile.
It's the coldest. It's encased with other cold beers.
You can't shut the fridge.
What have I done?
Guys, we're experiencing some retard difficulties. We'll be back in 30 minutes.
I felt like there was none on top. It was the furthest across. So I was like, this will be safe.
That's standard.
I was wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So,
Fridge, not us.
Genestealer cults is an interesting one for us because I did a secret army ages ago
Yes.
at the start of COVID, and
Yep.
my grand plan was to buy, build, paint, and reveal this army when we got out of lockdown.
Yeah. You
And
had,
they felt like the perfect army for it thematically because the idea is it was hiding. It was a hidden army, which
Yeah.
for people that don't know Genestealer cults will learn about. But alas, I couldn't keep my mouth shut, and I showed you the army one time that you came over.
Yeah.
And then you, during this whole time of me having that secret army, had been talking about how keen you were on Genestealer cults. So I was like, oh man, we're both gonna rock up with Genestealer cults army. I can't have that. And it just so happens that I didn't want to paint and build 200 models.
yeah.
So I sold them to you and used the money to buy 200 crew.
Yeah.
So here we are, both with a inherent love for Genestealer cults.
Yeah. And I guess yours stems from loving Tyranids.
It does.
Yep.
I always imagine myself in the 40k universe as a Tyranid sympathizer,
Okay.
and then the lore for these came to me.
You know what happens to sympathizers for Tyranids, don't you?
Please tell me.
Well, you're going to learn today.
Good. Because this ain't going so well.
No, you're struggling, dude.
I'm struggling with these
Alright.
goggles.
Let's get stuck into it. So
Let's do it.
we'll put a timestamp so people can skip to now.
Yeah, but the people listening won't know to have done that. So here they are. But
Sorry.
we'll start now, we promise. All right.
Okay. Genestealers and their cults who worship them have gone through some changes throughout the years. Genestealers, making their first appearance in Rogue Trader, were one of the many creatures encountered in space. The close quarters combat game, Space Hulk, was released a few years after Rogue Trader, and that gave Genestealers a huge bump to their threat level. This was before Genestealers were linked, or retconned, to the Tyranids. Check out
Interesting.
our early episodes of Season 2, Episode 9 for History into Space Hulk.
Yeah. So was Space Hulk, is that what Rogue Trader is? Space Hulk is just a new version of Rogue. I don't know what
No.
Rogue Trader is.
So Rogue Trader was the first edition of 40k.
Yes,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Rogue Trader is a person that trades from planet to planet. Like in
But
Blackstone
roguely.
Fortress,
Yeah.
one of the characters is a Rogue Trader.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's just what they called them. But yeah. Yeah. So, to get to the cults and how they form and rise, we'll briefly need to cover what Genestealers actually are, the Tyranids, and the Hive Mind.
Interesting to note, Genestealers, for those playing at home, aren't people that steal your Levi's.
No. No.
Different type of genes.
Yeah, they're not like your roommate or your
Sister.
Yeah.
Obviously, we both had that problem. Our
don't have a
sister's always
sister.
stealing our jeans. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm always taking them.
Yeah, dude.
Always my best blue Levi's.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I won't go into too much detail because I know this is your domain, Fox. So I'll allow you to cover Tyranids in depth in the future.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll bring my own pair of goggles next
Please
time.
do. It's going to be a wet one.
Tyranids are horrifying.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Churchy.
You meant adorable, but I understand the confusion when you're a smooth brain.
We'll press buttons. We're back here again.
Sorry, it's the goggles that cut the circulation.
The circulation, yeah.
Carry
Actually,
on.
put them on. I think you went. No, never mind.
Yeah. No circulation to the brain meant I wasn't allowed to think. Therefore, I was better. I was a better human.
Now, the Imperium's first encounter of Genestealers was on the moons of Umaral. Took me a long time to practice that one. It was thought that they were native Xenos of those worlds. After the encounter, they were detected on derelict space hulks and at the Battle for Macragge during the invasion of Hive Fleet Behemoth.
Behemoth.
Yeah. They were soon to be discovered as the shock troops of the Tyranids. In a swarm, they are vicious and devastating. They're melee combatants with claws that can shred steel and ceramite as if it were paper. On their own, however, they go into stealth mode and lurk in the shadows.
This is Genestealers specifically. Mm-hmm. Sneaky boys.
They are very sneaky boys.
Should call them Gene Sneakers.
And they don't want to steal your sneakers.
Or do they? Think about it.
Maybe.
No, I don't want to go on a tangent there. But I'll come back to that.
The Tyranids, a race of extragalactic monsters driven by one thing, hunger. They fight not for territory or resources, but only to feed. Ripping all life from a planet, leaving it as a withered husk. Imagine a swarm of locusts to a crop field. These beasts are all guided by an unknown entity known as the Hive Mind. It is the Gestalt collective consciousness of the Tyranids, an entity made of pure psychic energy, an energy that creates a shadow that shrouds a world from stopping all communications and bringing horror to the doomed inhabitants.
That would be terrifying. A swarm of locusts, but instead of locusts, it's Genestealers or Tyranids in general. And you've got no communication to the outside world because you've been engulfed by the horror of the warp that is the Hive Mind.
Yeah. So the way they stop communications is because planets are so far apart, they send communications psychically. And because they shroud the warp, you can't get those communications out.
Pass.
Imagine blocking a radar signal or something.
Like a shadow in the warp. It's Tyranid boy.
Exactly.
Worth the wink. The audio people. Whatever a wink sounds like.
Yeah, like that.
It's a very wet wing.
It was moist. I haven't got my goggles on. So. That's what it was. It was just all the sweat from when I had the goggles on momentarily.
Genestealers are super intelligent creatures. When alone on a planet, they learn all they can about their host world. They're only engaged to feed, and when they have learned all they can, they select their first victims, giving them the Genestealer's kiss. Now, this isn't anywhere near as romantic as it sounds.
I don't know. I kind of dig it.
Sure did. They inject the victim with their own genome, which alters the victim both physically and psychologically. After this change, the Genestealer becomes stronger and smarter, turning into a patriarch. In a few hours after the kiss, the victim has forgotten about the infection and becomes subservient to the Genestealer.
It's cool because slowly over time, they begin to revere this Genestealer as not something that attacked it and gave it the Genestealer kiss,
Yeah,
but rather as a god of sorts.
exactly, dude. Exactly.
Very cool.
The infection drives the victim to reproduce, and once a child is born, the twisted, malformed offspring creates a hive mind bond between itself, the parents, and the Genestealer. This connection and the infection twist the mind of the parents to love the child unconditionally, and due to its hideous appearance, they seek refuge in sewers, mines, and the depths of hive cities to avoid discovery of their child. This connection also has its victims see the Genestealer as a god or a divine being.
I could just imagine myself if I had a little Genestealer baby that was like a. I'm sure you might cover the generations and what they look like.
Yeah.
Cool. If I had a weird one of the real fucked up generations, I feel like I'd find it adorable.
Yeah, I'd probably drop punt it.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. But it'd love that. That's just like a game to it. It's like, you know how you go with your kids? That's all it is to them.
Yeah,
Love a good drop punt. Just come crawling back. Again.
It is not uncommon for a Genestealer cult to present themselves as emperor worshippers, and some members may even be convinced that it is the emperor they are worshipping, and not hungering space locusts. When they're not praying to the Star Children, they may truly be out and about working for the Imperium, which of course is a part of their infiltration aspects. The whole process, from first infection to cult gathering to uprising, takes hundreds of Terran years. After the first few victims and their children begin to reproduce and collect together, they go through multiple generations.
They really play the long game.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like we're gonna take the Genestealer does the Genestealer kiss, and he's like, excellent. Now I'm gonna take over this bish
Yeah.
in like 300 years.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm gonna just wait in the shadows.
Sits back, man, on his throne.
The patience.
Yep.
I respect that. I respect that. Ever try to put together a Genestealer, you'll lose your patience.
Oh, yeah, not fun. Painting them too. It's horrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, we talk about that.
Yeah. Constantly. It's all we talk about.
Yeah, true. The first two generations are horribly alien, though they play a vital role during the uprising. The third generation are passably human. This generation is a first with only 4 limbs. They begin to infiltrate the planet's factories, mines, and they still remain mostly in secret.
That's interesting that the first 2 generations are well, it makes sense that they're the most like the patriarch, the Genestealer itself.
Yeah.
But it's also interesting that like there would be so many of them, you imagine. Where do they hide?
Just in the mines, dude.
Yeah, I guess no one just does inspections or anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with like with a hive city, there's that many levels that have just been abandoned.
Yeah,
Imagine
okay.
there's like our equivalent of entire cities just abandoned. They're just like, nah, let's just build over it.
Yeah.
You know?
And-
And just keep
okay.
building up.
So it'd be like if Melbourne got abandoned
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, there's people that have a factory there.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not going to go inspect that factory.
No.
Be like, yeah, sure, whatever,
Even
man.
10 factories, you know, like
Yeah.
you wouldn't care about it. You just forget about it.
Yeah.
So, but then again, any abandoned factory, like you wouldn't really go and inspect unless you caught wind of something going on in there that shouldn't be going on there.
But it's so common that stuff's like people are mining all the time
Yeah.
that they're just like, yeah, this is another mine or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if we inspect it and they're doing 200 things wrong,
Yeah.
you know, they're not making OH&S compliance.
I don't think OH&S is a thing in the 40K universe, dude.
Well, that's how they get away with it. That's why they don't need inspections.
Well, they're so productive.
yeah, exactly. That's how they get it done.
Yeah. Getting shit done.
Even if they spot him, they just be like, he's got 4 arms, but probably just a mining
He just
accident.
digs faster.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Let's make more of them.
The fourth generation appear almost fully human and make up the majority of the infiltration forces of their cult. They branch out into all aspects of society, from diplomats and politicians to militia, soldiers, and military leaders.
The big boys, so they just get in there.
Yeah.
They probably work their ways up to run the mines.
Exactly.
So when the inspection people come past,
Yeah.
they're just like, again,
Yeah.
I'm really hung up on this inspection thing. I'm like, someone's got to catch them. They just pay them off. They'll be like, you don't need to inspect the mines.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, of course not.
They're my boys. They're
Yeah.
working. They're getting shit done. They're
Yeah.
getting your orders out on time, before schedule.
Yeah. It's because of their
Yeah.
forearm approach.
For the Emperor.
For the Emperor. Forearm the Emperor. It's because they're forearms.
So strong.
So strong forearms.
The brood mind, a smaller and more localized version of the hive mind, which is linked to the patriarch of the Genestealer cult, speaks to each member on a mental and spiritual level, which is so powerful, members are happy to hurl themselves in a suicidal attack or give their lives so their elders may escape. If their leaders require them to toil endlessly for many years to win the recognition and trust of a human organization, they will do so happily.
Wow. Nice commitment.
Yeah.
I don't have a 10,000th of that commitment.
Well, dude, when you...
Join the Genestealer cult.
Yeah, you
Inevitably.
will.
I will. I will. That's
Exactly.
great that he can just send out a little broadcast to tell everyone,
Yeah.
everyone, you're doing a really good job. I imagine that's what he says.
Knock off early on Friday.
You know what? Yeah. Have a beer on me. Have a beer on me. Except for you, Doug. I see you slacking. You're pulling an
You're working
all-nighter.
Saturday.
Yeah. You know what? Hurl yourself at a suicidal attack.
As the majority of the cult are workers of factories, mines, or planet-side militia, they have access to mining equipment and basic solid-shot ballistic weapons, which they amass by either constructing, stealing, or purchasing the equipment.
Stealing or purchasing. That's how I'd acquire equipment. It's one of those two.
Yeah, I mean, like, they might buy it, like, on the black market or something
Yeah.
like that, but...
Like a little Genestealer with his forearms. His huge forearms.
Massive
backwards.
forearms, yeah.
It's like, I want to buy one of your drills. What the fuck are you? I'm a man looking for some drills. What do you got? Are you a man?
It's like, no, it's two of them in a trench coat.
There doesn't even need to be two of them. They're normal size. He can just hide his arms.
Yeah. But like one's
sure.
on the shoulder and he's got a hat on, so he's like,
But then they got 8 arms.
I don't
It's even
know.
fucking worse.
I don't know.
Oh, we're not one of them 4-armed Genestealers you're worrying about because we've got 8. We're more akin to an octopus, which is just a harmless creature.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And we'd like a drill, please.
The 5th generation is born pure alien, a pure strain Genestealer. The cycle complete, these Genestealers board cargo ships for other worlds to start the process anew. When a cult becomes powerful enough, a psychic beacon is lit, calling to its Tyranid hive fleet. Since these fleets are incapable of warp drives or faster than light travel, it would be unwise to travel blindly in search for the next meal, so they hone in on this signal. When the fleet's arrival is imminent, the cult is contacted directly and a planet-wide uprising will occur. Civilians look to their Astromilitarum regiments or planetary defense only to find them fighting alongside with the monsters pouring out from the depths. What is an end-of-the-world scenario for the population of the world is merely calling up the dinner order for the Tyranids.
Interesting. The main question I have about everything that you've said up until now is why on earth are you wearing pink flamingo socks?
You don't like them?
I mean, horrible.
You only just noticed?
Yeah, of course.
I'm so offended.
That I didn't like them or that I only just noticed?
Both.
I like to think you put those socks on. You didn't need to, but you're like, Churchy and Fox are coming. I want to show them my new pink flamingo socks. Slap them on.
Well, I mean, I could have put my Rick and Morty socks on, but
That would have been lost on me. Haven't seen it.
no.
Please carry on that.
I don't think I can.
Wow. How disappointing to set up hundreds of years. I mean, they don't care. They love the 4-armed emperor.
Exactly.
With all their hearts.
Yeah.
So this is the highest honor
Yeah.
to greet them as they devour them.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll get there.
Okay.
There's something going on there.
Okay.
Something going on there.
Oh, interesting.
A cult's main purpose is to infiltrate and subdue any planetary defense that would pose a threat to the Tyranids. Why fight an entire planet when you could convert the masses to be consumed willingly? Though, the exact manner of how a cult will react when their star gods arrive varies. On planet Lenano, when Hive Fleet Kraken arrived to consume the planet, 75% of the population walked willingly onto the bioships where they gladly entered the digestion pits.
AKA, we got Easton.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
However, a cult generally has no idea what will be happening to them when these divine beings arrive. When the hive mind overrides the independence of the patriarch or any pure strain Genestealers, the glamour surrounding them fades, and for a moment, the cultists get to see the real horror surrounding their angels.
Ah, so the patriarch and the Genestealer pure strains have an independence until the hive mind takes it back from them and uses them
Yeah.
for and that's when they're able to see you're not a four-armed emperor.
Yeah.
You're just a tool in the hive mind game.
So the Genestealers, they know what they're there for.
Yeah.
And then they know that they're sent to these worlds to create these cults
yeah.
to make it easier for the Tyranids to consume the world.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you have to go there and fight to win, right, you're going to lose, you're going to have casualties.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to minimize casualties, what if half the planet is on your side,
Yeah.
right? So then you win and they go, all right, sweet. Now we'll just eat these people that, that helped us.
Yeah.
So it's all about, like, because all Tyranids want to do is consume
Biomass.
So if they can minimize the expenditure of it
Yeah.
and gain just stonks,
Yeah. Big stonks.
that's how they win.
Some big GME stonks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's smarts.
yeah.
That is smarts.
It's actually funny too, because, like, while researching this, I kind of thought, I'm like, well, what happens if a Tyranid, like, doesn't want to give it up? Like, what if he's happy being the boss man of all these,
like
this
a
whole
patriarch,
planet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's not much, but there's a little bit of about, like, that they lose connection to the hive mind,
Okay.
and they do go, like, independent in a way.
They go rogue.
They go rogue, basically, yeah. Like, the first Genestealers of that weird planet, Yumarl.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it, but they were actually Tyranids Genestealers that lost the connection from the hive mind because they travelled so far away from it, or however the magic works.
Yeah.
And they went into almost like a bestiary, sort of like, just like a natural, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but they like mutated and they changed away from regular Tyranid Genestealers.
Oh.
So
So they were running just off instinctive behavior.
that sounds like a rule.
That is a rule. There's a rule. I'm dropping a few rules here. Well,
Yeah.
I have many, many questions and notes. But let's fill up our beers because we both just finished.
Yep.
We'll come back. Got a little activity of sorts. A spicy one.
Spicy. Is it to adjust the goggles?
It is, yeah. So if you guys could just take a pair of goggles and fix these for me so I can wear them comfortably, that'd be good. That's the game.
You can wear both of them?
If you'd fix them. If you figure this contraption out. I accidentally made this one tighter, so I guess I did it in reverse. So we'll figure that out when we get back.
Yeah.
And let's grab a bev.
Sounds good.
Oh, Shane!
I heard clapping.
Yeah. Welcome. So, welcome back. Shane's just been chilling.
Yeah, I was actually banished from my own fucking room, but okay.
This is a game I have prepared, and as always, with all games I prepare, I don't prepare them for the audio medium. So, for those of you listening on Spotify, go check out our YouTube. What you've got in front of you, Shane, is 4 differently sized glasses, which are only important for me to remember the beverages in them.
Okay.
I have 4 beers of the podcast in front of you.
So you bought these beers when you bought those goggles?
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, how'd we go on the goggles? Did we adjust that? No? Okay. So.
Told me to fucking get out.
Yeah, I know. And I stand by it. So what are you doing here? Stealing my beer. Now I want you to
using
taste.
my bottle opener.
Wouldn't worry about it. In fact, give me this. I would like you to sample these beverages and tell me what you think they are. They're beers
Okay.
of the podcast, but that's the only information I'm giving you.
Beers of the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
All
necessarily mean beers we've had on the podcast. They're beers of the podcast.
right. Okay.
So please take a sip from the first one on the left.
I think we actually have had all of them on there.
So this one's a darker colour than these. These two are much darker than those two.
Correct. That is an astute observation. But this isn't a what color are the beers game.
Hints of oak.
Mahogany, actually.
Shane's whiffing it like it's a wine of sorts. It's not. It's a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think you know what it is?
Yep.
What do you reckon that one is?
Dry.
You reckon that's a dry?
Yeah.
I worried that maybe the dry that you've just been drinking will make everything taste like dry.
Okay.
But we'll see. We'll see what you think of the next one.
Wait, that's not dry?
I'm not saying it's not dry.
You're saying it's not dry.
I'm not saying it's not
Hang
dry.
on.
Maybe you can come back to it. You can come back to it.
He's got his water for
Yeah.
cleansing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do they normally use?
Coffee beans. You can smell coffee beans. That's a good reset.
What about gherkins?
I've never.
I think
Okay.
water works as well, though, doesn't it? 'Cause I think you can.
I don't know. You could just drink the next one.
All right, this is definitely not dry.
That one's definitely not dry.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have made this game a 50-50. Is it dry or no?
It's 50-50. I mean, it's still 50. Either it's 50-50, either it's dry or it's not.
Yeah, it's either dry or it's not.
Okay.
What do you reckon that one is? You're still pondering.
Still pondering,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Maybe have a sip through all of them. While you do that, I'm actually going to crack a dry. The beer of the podcast. With my shirt, because my hands are soft as a cloud. And twice as gay.
He's warm.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, then, they are ones that weren't in your fridge.
Which one is cold?
That's weird. They all came out of the fridge at the same time. Why would some be warm? Ugh. Maybe they're not beer.
Okay.
What do you reckon we got here, Shane? Feel free to keep testing and confirming. And he's contemplating. He's going between many. He's gone between the first and the third beer, skip the second. He doesn't want the second to throw him off. He's drinking out of the longest glass possible. He's tapping it.
My girlfriend bought me these glasses.
But has your girlfriend ever bought you that beer?
No.
How do you know? What is it?
I don't know. Okay.
He's pondering.
Now I'm gonna guess
Go for it.
purely these two are a combination of pure blonde and dry because they were the coldest ones, which are in my fridge right now.
Okay. You're using external powers of deduction.
Well, I mean, this one's not as cold, but this one's I can see the condensation of the glass.
Yeah, me too, actually.
This is tricky. This is actually tricky. Like, I
The
feel
question is Fox throwing you a curveball with that,
what he's like taking one of my beers out, let it go warm, and then put his in there to go cold.
Am I a mastermind or am I a dumb fuck? Jury's been out for about 30 years. No, it hasn't. I'm a dumb fuck. You're pondering. He's pondering.
Oh man,
He's pondering
these two, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They're pale
Yeah, in colour.
in color.
Yeah.
These two are much more golden.
Take some punts. Throw some.
I'm gonna go. Hang on, number two.
Welcome to the Beer Tasting Podcast. I'm your host, Fox, and this is my friend Shane. Shane's currently trying a beverage. He's contemplating. He's looking off to the sky.
Dry. Pure. No, it's not pure blonde.
It's not pure blonde, he says.
It's really tough. Fuck it. Pure blonde. That can be
It can be.
Bolter IPA.
Interesting to us.
And
I've never had a
one,
bolter.
and that one is.
Now, I think I'm pretty positive that we have had all of these
On the
on some
podcast.
episodes of the podcast.
Yeah.
At some
Swindler.
stage.
The Swindler by, what's his name?
James Squire.
James Squire.
So you're locking those in? You're saying
Yeah.
you're saying
Are
dry.
you sure?
You're saying the pure blonde. You said Bolter IPA because you're dumb. And you're saying and you're saying James Squire Swindler.
Not in that order. But that's the four beers.
Okay, so you're just basically guessing 4 beers. Has nothing to do with what's on the table in front of you. Just guess 4 beers of the podcast.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I'll lock it in.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely those, but I'm not sure. But lock those ones in.
What do you mean?
So we've got
Lock him in, Eddie.
left to right. You guessed Carlton Dry. It is in fact Carlton Dry.
I knew straight away. First sip.
Well done.
Churchy.
And you've earned yourself a Carlton Dry.
half a cut and try.
Yes. Well, and for this one, you said pure blonde. And it's definitely not pure blonde. Lock in pure blonde. It is, in fact, a pure blonde. I really should have put the dry somewhere else instead of like right next
First
to.
one up, yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is the same taste I've been tasting all night. So I think the jury is now closed on whether or not I'm a mastermind or a dumb fuck. And you said some stupid shit about this being Balsa. It is in fact your beer of choice. That is the Moondog.
Oh, it's because it's warm.
It's Old Mate. That is Old Mate. In
It's because
fact.
it's warm.
So your old mate got you an Old Mate.
Was that from the fridge?
No, it wasn't. You have them in the fridge.
One downstairs.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I was down there
There's
robbing
always
your
one
glasses.
without reach, dude.
Well, there is now. You're welcome. And this one, you said something equally as dumb. Swindler, James Squire. This is, in fact, the beer of the universe. Mountain Goat Steam Ale. Which I think I'll have that one.
Up on the temperature.
Blame whatever you
should have
like.
kept him in
It
it.
was a bit of a shitty taste
Esky.
with warm beers.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't actually
Come on,
change the
beer's
taste.
gotta be nice and chilly.
So, as expected, the result was always and only ever going to be 50-50. So well done, you won.
What did I win?
You won 3 half warm and half empty beers.
Drink beers.
Just combo them all, and the carbon will cool down the other.
Yeah, let's King's Cup the bish. So I have
That
some
brings
questions
back
about
some horrible memories of my teenage years.
of last night. Look, I have some questions about the Genestealer cults, just quickly.
Yeah.
When you were researching, I remember you have access to one of the first appearance of Genestealer cults
White Dwarf.
in a White Dwarf.
Edition 114.
Is it over 20 years old?
It is.
30.
I was looking for a date in there. 1989 is the
That's
latest date I can find.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember it's actually the year of my birth. So it
Happy
is.
birthday, White
and
Dwarf.
it was June of that year.
Was it?
Yeah,
Your birthday's not in June.
it's in August. So it's actually that book is older than me.
Yeah.
Amazing. Did you read anything in there because it was so old? What was the vibe you got from that White Dwarf?
Dated.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it makes sense.
Man,
Like, was it the way that it was written? Was the information in there kind of like
the best way I can describe it is with the subreddit. Old school cool.
okay?
It was goofy, like the models, but there was something about them. You know?
charm.
It's a bit of a charm, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at the Genestealers and they actually had a decent range.
Okay.
You could get what I forget what they called them, but they were like there was like a Magus,
Right.
and then there was like hybrids. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But the Magus, like it looked kind of like it looks now, but like just dated, like goofy,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
oversized head and all that sort of shit. But
Because
like,
they had to put the detail in it.
Yeah.
They couldn't sculpt things this small as they can now.
no, but like the hybrids were like. Imagine like a current edition Genestealer with like a human head on it.
Oh yeah. That is goofy.
Yeah, that goofy with like big pointy teeth.
Oh yeah. That's some
Like-
dumb shit.
Yeah, but like a lot of familiar sights too. Like even the daggers they're holding, like they're like the current cultist knives. you
That's
know?
kind of
Like,
cool.
Yeah, like they've kept a lot of stuff. So it was actually really interesting, and like they had. Like it was like a game mode for them. You could use them in like a Space Hulk kind of thing. Like
Sick.
even like multi-level. There was rules for like multi-level, like shooting down
Oh yeah.
at like other. So you'd have like one table here and one table here, and this one's above this one, so you could shoot like down and like.
And that had an advantage probably.
Don't know. Had just rules for it, like what to
Okay.
do. Yeah.
That's cool.
But, like it was sick. Like
So the new Genestealer cult range is less of a new range and more of a revision of an older, already existing range.
like a reimagined. Yeah.
Okay.
Like you mean like all the new like the Adel and Jackals go for a Churchy.
Oh yeah, it's all yours.
So he's sneaking in there.
These beers are horrible. They're so warm.
It's like what is that?
Oh, the goat's nice though.
Oh, Moondog, what have you done? What have they done to my child?
That's cool. That is cool. And so you used a few different resources. You used that old White Dwarf.
Yeah, the old White Dwarf, current like stuff from like the current codex.
Oh yep.
And yeah, just everything I can find online for
Yep.
it.
Scrounging around.
Yeah.
So in summary, the Genestealer cults, the Genestealer finds its way onto a planet
Yep.
that probably already doesn't have an established
Nah.
cult network.
Nah.
It but it gathers information. It lurks in the shadows. It could be on a highly populated, dense planet, and somehow there's a gene stealer slinking around.
Yeah.
Imagine just one like slinking around outside right now,
Yeah.
unspotted.
Like behind the bins or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one ever sees it. Just slinking around, gathering information. Finds a target.
Yeah.
Gives it the gene stealer kiss
Yeah. Big old smackaroonie on the cheeks. Yeah.
with its little needle nose.
Injector thing. Yeah.
Injects its genes. So really, it's a gene giver, not a gene stealer at all.
Gene giveth.
Giveth and taketh
And
away.
taketh away.
So it
This
gives.
with the god thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It giveth the geneth,
Yep.
and theneth it runneth offeth.
And take us away.
You got a whiff, dude?
Yeah.
And I'm having a stroke. call an ambulance.
Every week. Every week
Someone has a stroke in here.
It's the it's the stroke. It's the help me. This is stroketh. And so then whoever got the gene stealer kiss has
Yep.
the sudden urge to mate, which, I mean, let's be honest. We all do.
You all get those
We all
urges.
get those urges.
Yeah.
It's just
but-
puberty, mate.
That's just life. It's a milestone.
It's more than like just to go and, find one.
Yeah, okay.
Right. It's like,
Reproduce.
yeah, it's even someone who like 100% never wants to have a child. They all of a sudden want to have a family,
Yeah.
and
Like,
like,
it's a beautiful little family.
yeah.
I can take all these out of my pocket now. Now that I don't have to hide them. For those of you playing at home, were all the beer caps I had to hide, so Shane didn't know what beers I'd used.
Yep.
I've thrown my chips on the table.
He's gone all in.
The goat himself.
Yeah. So like, but if it affects males and females differently.
Okay.
Like I found a lot of like contradicting information looking for this sort of stuff, right? I guess a lot of stuff's been retconned, and like one novel might portray them like this, where something else, like a White Dwarf article, might portray them like that. Like,
Yeah.
there's all these different sort of stuff, and like some of them would say, if a female was given this gene stealer kiss, that it could actually impregnate the female, whereas
okay.
a male, it would make them want to, go and impregnate a female.
Yeah. On the behalf of the gene stealer.
Yeah. But then there was also other things where like it wouldn't impregnate the female, and it would just make them want to reproduce, and it was
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay.
It was
But the basis is
a
a baby is born
baby is born. Yeah,
and a generation is started.
a horrible three-armed.
Beautiful creature.
Yeah, yeah.
Beautiful baby gene stealer. And then
Pretty much.
And so the first two generations are unmistakably Xenos.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So-
You wouldn't miss it in the world. Like,
Which makes sense because those would be the smallest and fewest in number of all the generations.
Yeah.
And then later on, the gene stealer almost gets bred out of them
in a way.
in a way.
So
but
like,
it's suppressed. It's like a suppressed gene.
yeah, there's always some first and second generations, because like, let's say like you've had your family, you go through your ranges. There's always new members of the cult coming. Like,
Yeah.
even if a pure strain gene stealer, like you get to that fifth generation and there's still pure strain gene stealers of that cult, they might go out and find others, and it starts again.
Okay.
They don't necessarily get onto a ship and go to another world and start their own cult. They may continue to work for the same cult.
Interesting.
Yeah, like,
Interesting. They got a lot of cool names. You called them Star Angels, Star Guardians,
Star Children.
Star Children.
Yeah,
Is that
that-
what they call the pure strain gene stealers, or just the patriarch itself?
That's what the cults refer to the Tyranids as.
Oh,
The Star Children. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
adorable. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna start calling my Tyranids, Star Children.
yeah. And like, like that's actually on one of the spines of a White Dwarf. It's from like 2016 or something like that. It says, "Praise be the Star Children, deliver us."
Huh.
I've got
I'm gonna
it
get that tattooed.
in the other room.
I'm not gonna get that tattooed. Very cool. We're
yeah.
about to play. This is not planned really either. This was a last minute thing. We're like, oh, let's play a 40k game.
Yeah.
After the podcast,
Yeah.
just a little 1,000 pointer, and it just so happens you're working on Gene Stealer cults. I'm working on Tyranids for the GTO.
Yeah,
So we want to do a little test game to learn our rules and stuff.
yeah,
And it's, going to be Tyranids v Gene Stealers. So it's going to be like I'm the splinter of a hive fleet coming down.
yep.
You've set the beacons have been lit. Gondor hath no fury like a woman scorned. and you're like, hold up, you're the 25% of the Genestealers that are like, hold up,
Yeah.
we don't want to be chewed down.
No. We're happy here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We worship the patriarch, not your hive mind crap.
Yeah.
You go back where you came from.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
We'll see if I consume mass biomass
Yep.
or if you fend off the Star Children.
Yep.
That'd be interesting.
That's gonna be good. I really can't wait for that. Actually.
Well, you won't have to. We'll be playing in about 3 hours at our rate. I lost
This
my
is
phone.
true.
I don't know where it's gone.
Well,
Yeah, well.
more of a you problem, dude.
Yeah. Hey, what do we got going on? We got giveaways.
Bulk giveaways,
Bulk
as
giveaways.
always. Patreon giveaway and regular giveaway.
Now, the Patreon giveaway is going to be a resupply pack,
Yep.
which goes to our patrons.
Yep.
So we'll draw that on the first live episode next month
Yep.
of April.
Brushes, paints, hobby supplies, all the stuff that you desperately need.
Looks like brush
Resupplies
soap.
of.
A spy brush soap.
Oh, brush soap. Yeah.
That'll be cool. Our main giveaway looks to be 3 MDF houses.
Yep.
as
Which
we
you can
mentioned
use
on
in like Test of Honor or.
Any Euro war games.
Yeah.
I think they're 28mm roughly
Yep.
scale or whatever that is in.
So you could kit them out to be like French farmhouses
Yeah.
while the Germans are rolling through.
Or you can cut them up, make them rubble. Do whatever you want.
Yep.
Do whatever you want. They're yours. You've won. Congratulations, listener, watcher, viewer, observer.
Send us your address so we can post them to you.
Yeah, please do. To enter that, go on our Facebook. We'll put
Yep.
a post up.
There'll be a post. Just like it, tag a homie.
Do your thing.
Instagram as well. So check out our Instagram.
Yeah, our Instagram's cool because we're going to start posting. Well, we have started posting like
Yep.
just everything that we're doing day to day that's hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So like all of our stuff that's related to our journey to GTO.
Yep.
So on our way to that, we'll be obviously building and painting all of our stuff and playing
Yep.
games. That'll all be on there. And just everything else that we do.
Yeah. Day-to-day sort of stuff.
Yep.
Hobby related.
Little
course.
teasers for the podcast episode, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So give us a whatever it is on the gram,
Thumb.
a thumb, a heart, a follow, subscribe, a like, whatever it is.
Everything.
Just do it all.
Join.
Do it all.
Join.
Subscribe to us on Instagram, please.
So for those listening on Spotify and other apps, we're also on YouTube. Check out YouTube if you can. Give us a sub. And keep an eye on all the stuff we're putting up there. Hopefully battle reports maybe soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Am I jumping the gun by saying it could be soon?
Could be soon. You are jumping the gun, but it could be soon. So we'll see how we go.
Yeah,
It's
we're
all
trying.
unknown.
We're
So-
trying.
We're trying. We're
Yeah.
very trying.
Yeah. And as always, a massive thank you to our patrons who make all this stuff possible. You know, the studio, the videos,
The lamp.
the lamp, still paying off that lamp.
Yeah, true. Need a few more patrons to pay
That
off
was
the old lamp.
not cheap.
That's not a cheap lamp. Worth.
So, massive thank you to Blake Rook. Have you heard from Blake yet?
I haven't heard from Blake.
Blake,
but
who are you?
Blake is hearing from us, and we appreciate you, Blake.
Thank you, Blake. Burnsy, Whack, Fine Dinosaur, Foggy Highway, Joey P, Lockie, MJ, Lethal, Moose.
Slide me incognito the piece of paper that has our patrons on it.
We've got a few of them and we love them so much, but sometimes it's hard to remember them on the fly.
I wouldn't want to even try to remember them.
No, because the one person that will slip your mind, I could never live with myself.
No, and we've already left people off, and we've had lists.
That's Patreon's fault.
Yeah, I know.
They
That's our
fucked
story,
up.
and we're sticking to it.
It is.
It is. It genuinely is. I want to thank Elko, Arkham, Caitlin, Dave, Churchy. Hey, Churchy. Thanks, man. Rad Rooster, Oliver, Hockers, Tricky, Aggro, and Reese. Reese made me aware I didn't give him his one-time Patreon shout-out. So
son
I'm
of a bitch.
going to give him an extended one. Thank you, Reese. You got me into 40K all those years ago, so I shouldn't be thanking you. The money you give us on Patreon isn't enough to undo the damage you've done to me. So, thank you, Reese.
I take a lifetime on Patreon to get back that money.
Yeah. He bought some merch off us, so that's a start.
That's true.
But a very small drop in a very big ocean, my friend.
It's a chip.
It's a chip.
It's a chip.
Yes.
And Patreon isn't the only way you can support us. Like, I know things have been really hard lately, so you can even just follow all our socials, give us a like and a thumb up on everything and that YouTube sort of thing.
Yeah,
And
that helps a ton.
yeah, and if you can, a t-shirt. We've got t-shirts on Shopify, so you check
Yeah.
that out. That would mean so much to us. Like, you know, instead of monthly Patreon thing. If you buy a t-shirt, that'll be grouse. So grouse.
Yeah.
And to see you wear it on Instagram too.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
sweet.
we've had a couple people tag us wearing their gear, which
Yeah.
is insane.
Insane.
So thank you so much to those guys, and even listening, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. If you're hearing our voices now, you've done the most, not the most you could do, that's a lie.
You're doing God's work.
Yeah, you're doing the 4am Star Children work.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also have a Discord. Please jump in there. We froth it. We get new people. In fact, you don't know this because I saw you didn't welcome them, you heartless bitch.
Huh?
But someone else jumped in the Discord just before. I think maybe one of Aggro's friends because I see them in the TTS stream
Oh, shit.
together. Yeah.
Okay.
So welcome that person.
Welcome, dude.
Welcome, or dudette.
Or do that.
And lastly, but not leastly, we have a autumn painting competition and all the information
Kicking
for that.
off.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yep.
sure Foggy and Test are already done.
There might be. I swear the next time we release a comp, by the time we're finished the episode, they will
They'll
have
be
done.
done. Yeah. Yeah.
Slow down, guys. You got
Give
3
them
months.
3 months, but yeah,
Nah.
3 days.
Yeah. Maybe we misspoke, but yeah.
Yeah.
So all the information for that is both in the Discord
Yep.
and on the Facebook. Put your pledge in the Facebook discussion.
Yep. We need it there so we can see it, so we don't miss any.
Keep it all in one place.
Yeah, yep.
If you don't have Facebook, you can still post it in the Discord, but let us know you don't have Facebook.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
pop it in there for you.
Yep.
I'm just trying to find the person who joined just before so you can welcome them on stream.
How lucky for me.
Proto Cultures.
Proto Cultures, welcome,
Welcome
homie.
to the Discord.
Welcome to the homies of hobby.
I see MJ
That's-
and Final and
that's-
Jace and everyone talking in there. So
Yeah, it's all kicking off.
Yep.
Yep.
So jump in there, join the discussion. We got different channels for every different thing.
Yep. Different games, different shit.
Different
All the different shit.
we got dope prizes as well for our upcoming autumn painting comp that we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Like this bad boy.
What's his name?
There it is.
No, it's Pelvis, isn't it?
It's not Pulvis. It's Eliumbra.
So how did you
Master of Masks.
How did you figure out what was what? Who
Well,
corrected you?
well, we thought it was Pulvis and we said that. No one
It's
corrected
like
me.
the big.
Big words, Pulvis,
When I
right?
saw that, I would think his name is Pulvis.
We all did. We all
Yeah.
said, "What's his name?" And we're like, well, "I guess it's Pulvis." But if you look
Pulvis.
right here, it clearly says in the smaller print, Eliumbra, Master of Masks. I mean, I just bought it because it looked cool as shit.
It is very cool.
I don't know what Pulvis means. It might be the sculptor
Oh yeah, maybe.
or whatever, or it's not the company because obviously that's Chimera.
Yep.
More research is required, but you can win this.
Yeah, that's yours right now.
You can have this if you can reach through your screen and grab it.
No,
Oh
no,
my
you
god, they
should-
can! Oh, I knew it. You can enter that just by entering the autumn painting comp and
Yep.
all the details for that. It's not like you don't have to be super skilled. You don't have to
No.
be golden demon,
Golden Redeemer.
golden redeemer,
Yeah.
star child.
Yeah.
You just have to put in a lot of effort. It's all effort and creativity. That's what we rated
That's it. So yeah, skill is well, obviously we appreciate good skill, but like it's not
Yeah.
like the deciding factor.
Yeah.
We want everyone to have a fair crack at it.
Yeah. If you've been painting for a month or
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
Or if you're like me and you've been painting for 10 years and it looks like you've painted for a month.
Yeah.
This competition's for you. Anyways, let's roll some dice. Let's chew on some Genestealers and let's
Hit it.
finish the rest of these half warm beers.
True, because we can't tip them out.
No, you can't waste a beer.
It's illegal.
Except maybe the blonde. We could probably waste
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we'll get rid of that
We'll
one.
give it to Churchy or something.
All right.
Toodles.
Hooroo.
I'm out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, quick draw. Who drew first? You
Oh,
or
Han. It was Han. Han Solo.
Yeah, I agree.
Han.
Yeah.
It was definitely Han.
Of course,
And
you
good.
fucking hit.
Smart. That's just smart. Let's just
Yeah.
have a discussion about it. Let's just settle this once and for all.
Also, if we're throwing things in, the thing I find most terrifying about the Tyranids is the fact that, like, in the lore, we've only seen an absolute minimal fraction of the full scale of the horror
Exactly.
of what is coming.
Exactly.
I thought you were going to use this opportunity to be like, while we're talking about it, not that you would ever do this, but it'd be hilarious. It'd be like, follow Churchy on YouTube.
Hey, I used to say that all the time.
Yeah, I know,
And you
we
know
used to
what?
say it.
Churchy,
You guys-
congratulations on 5,000 likes, dude.
cheers.
Likes?
5,000 likes. Better.
Likes?
5,000 subs.
5,000 likes? What the fuck is that?
Get your boomer shit out of here.
Facebook?
Cheers, boys.
Welcome, Churchy. It's been a
Subscribers.
journey.
Cheers.
It's been a journey. You've earned every penny
Cheers,
and every
bro.
like.
Guys, all 5,000 of the likes.
5,000 likes?
He's only got 12 subs, but fuck, they like his videos.
Right.
That's been Hobby Homies.